The spending cuts passed in Washington include major funding cuts to organizations like USAID, which provides food and services overseas. But a lot of that food comes from American farmers and producers. Now that the cuts are finalized, some of those farmers are worried. CBS News national correspondent Lana Zak is in Iowa City and joins me now. Lana, it's great to see you. So what are the farmers telling you about the potential impact of these new cuts?
Hey there, Vlad. I have been speaking with farmers throughout the Midwest, and they say that in all this talk about America first with this rescissions package, lawmakers seem to forget that American farmers are going to be severely impacted by these cuts. As you mentioned, when you have programs like Food for Peace, which meant that the U.S. federal government was spending about $2 billion, more than $2 billion, on sending food to other countries, starving children in other countries, that food was all purchased from American farmers. And so right now, given all of the uncertainty that already existed with tariffs and trade policies, these farmers say that they're going to have some significant problems because now there's going to be not as many buyers because the federal government has been eliminated, and that's one of the biggest purchasers. And now there's going to be an oversupply of product. All of that's going to mean that some farms are not going to make it. I spoke with the head of the Iowa Farmers Union. Here's what he had to say.
For the ones really on the edge, they won't be able to make it through. Others are going to make tough decisions that will be very difficult to pass through these tough times to get to the good times. In the meantime, yes, our individual farmers might be hurt. There might be some going through bankruptcy, but we're all going to feel it.
And another head of a farmers union, this one in Kansas, said that that Food for Peace program is currently on life support. Of course, the farmers here are hopeful that somehow with the other legislation that's either being considered to move some of those programs over to USDA or the State Department, that there may be an avenue for reinstating these programs. But right now, they are deeply, deeply concerned, Vlad.
So some farmers were happy about the aspects of the recent budget bill, though, Lana. How do these cuts undermine those benefits?
Well, it's also nuanced, and part of what these farmers are saying is they're not sure what's going to happen next. You're absolutely right. One of the major parts of that big, beautiful budget bill, as it has been dubbed, was to create a provision that farmers have been after for a long time about inheritance taxes. They were concerned that many farms couldn't survive after the main farmer passes away, being able to pass it on to future generations. However, that's one aspect in a very complex financial picture. And what all of these farmers are saying ultimately needs to happen is the passage of a Farm Act that is currently 2 years overdue.
All right, Lana Zak for us in Iowa City, Iowa. Lana, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it.